You just watched me break my 9-day dry fast a week ago today, actually. And I have taken a few days to think and recover, and also I had to go to town. So now I am back for like the day 9 wrap up, just to give you a couple of thoughts and to explain to you how I break an extended dry fast and how I feel following. So thanks again for joining and for taking this journey with me. It was, to be completely honest, one of the most challenging things I've ever done in my entire life. I do not regret it. I'm not sure if I would ever do 9 days again. But I'm totally stoked to have broken my personal record by 2 days. A 7 now feels like it would be kind of nothing because that 9 was crazy. Now, the way that I break a dry fast, and I do it this way every time, is with baking soda and water. You saw the cup I had in my hand. I usually drink a substantial amount of water, 20, 30 ounces, not all at once, but over the course of maybe the first 1 to 3 hours. And I mix about a teaspoon of baking soda in that. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less, depending on how much water I'm planning on. The baking soda helps do multiple things. For me, it helps settle my stomach, which is like an age-old trick. It also helps to balance the pH in your stomach, and it helps to balance your electrolytes, like in your whole body. So after 9 days, I actually ended in the afternoon instead of in the evening, so it was a few hours short of when I started it 9 days prior. But I had to go somewhere that evening, and so I wanted to make sure I would be feeling okay by the time I got there. So I made the personal decision to end it a few hours early. So that way I had time to let my body start to soak in some of the hydration, and I just took that large cup and just slowly sipped. It took me about, I want to say 3 or 4 hours to finish it. So that was like the initial break, and then usually finishing a long dry fast, I'll do at least another 24 hours with no food. Maybe sometimes it's more. This past time it was another 24 hours of no food, all liquids. I had the baking soda water, I had some lemon water, I had some regular sparkling water, and I had some kombucha. And so those sort of rounded out my 24 hours. But that's pretty much all I drink normally anyway. So that was just me reacclimating my personal hydration environment with the things that I normally drink. I don't drink soda, I don't drink coffee, I don't drink juice. I wasn't reintroducing any of those things into my system. Some people break with coconut water, but I tend to try to stay low carb, and so I don't want to put that many sugars like directly into my system after they've had nothing whatsoever. So I like the baking soda and water. It works for me. I feel really fantastic after drinking it. And actually, after having nothing, food or liquid in your system for 9 days, baking soda water tastes both kind of salty and kind of sweet. So it's very satisfying, although I think anything would be after all that time. My throat scratching is not because of that 9-day dry fast. I was at the beach this past weekend, so excuse that. And I'm actually in the middle of another 36-hour dry fast that I'm about to finish right after I finish filming this video. So as I said, I live a fasting focused lifestyle, so I am constantly moving in and out of shorter fasts all the time. But that big one was definitely different and definitely on purpose and definitely worth it. I feel fantastic. I think the main physical difference aesthetically is that my stomach is smaller and it has stayed Of course, I don't use a scale, so I don't know what my weight was before I started, after I finished, and after I rehydrated. I've heard people say there's maybe a 2 to 4 pound fluctuation once you rehydrate. 'Cause your body's just like sucking in all that water and then holding on to it. But I've balanced back out since then. So it's essentially taken in the hydration it needed and then released what was extra. So I'm like back at equilibrium now. And then I stay very hydrated unless I'm dry fasting anyway. So it doesn't hurt me. What I mean by that is I don't feel uncomfortable moving in and out of dry fasting very fluidly. So that's why I do it semi-regularly. At least once a week, I toss down like a 24-hour dry fast pretty much. So it works for me, and I like the way it makes me feel. Clears my head, detox the body, separate yourself from that constant search for food, and then get back on track. So just wanted to give you guys a few thoughts, and I really appreciate you joining me. I think I mentioned, if you want to go back on day 7, a big spiritual and life-changing thing that happened to me during the fast, and I just want to reiterate here that if you're going to do any type of extended fasting, you have to expect there to be an emotional and a spiritual component to that. As a matter of fact, it's one of the reasons I enjoy doing it. But if that's not your bag, the physical benefits are 100% worth it as well. I just feel clearer. My mind is clear. I am both attenuated, but I just don't feel, what's the word I'm looking for? Like clogged, weighed down. I feel lighter internally and externally. It's difficult to explain unless you do it. So if you've been thinking about trying a longer fast and you're nervous, let me know and I'd be happy to give you advice. But if you just need a little push to say it's worth it, I'm telling you it's worth it. I'm not a medical professional. You have to check if you want to start moving into this lifestyle, if you're healthy enough to do it. But I am, and I feel healthier since I've been doing it, and it's something that really works for me. So until next time, I have more things coming in the future, but I'm going to be taking a little break for now. So thank you guys so much again for joining me. Click subscribe if you want to see anything else that's going on, but otherwise, I'll talk to you later.